Yo, the game's compromised right now. Game is compromised. How Tory project go #1, but nobody talk about what the project's talking about. That he's innocent. He should be freed. Why is that? Why nobody talking about that? Why hip hop fans still talking about Drake and Kendrick? Their albums aren't #1. Tory's is. So maybe we should, as hip hop fans, be talking about the fact that the man's in jail and created a #1, and that he shouldn't even be in jail. That the album speaks to that, and you can't ignore it because the album's #1. You can't ignore it. Can't ignore it. Can't ignore it. Try ignore it all you want. Try to, okay? But in reality, whether it's payola, it doesn't matter. That album touched #1 on the hip hop charts. And folks is ignoring the content. Why? Probably because Jay-Z's paying them to ignore it. Or they've probably been throwing all kinds of curveballs and situations, smokes and mirrors to stop them from being able to do their job, to focus on such a prolific project. You guys really don't like the Canadian POV right now. The reality that Drake's been running the game and creating opportunities to help disenfranchised Black individuals get loot, make bigger loot, bring them onto bigger stages. Folks don't want to appreciate that. That's actually the fight. That's actually the Black fight. But folks don't want to appreciate that. But let's take it a step further. We talk about the prison complex. We talk about that all the time. Everybody in hip hop, the prison complex. Oh. And then we have Lanez literally in prison in LA, in gangland. Folks is ignoring his POV, knowing that he's not really a criminal. He's giving insight into the world, into the entire complex of seeing money before humanity. If folks is ignoring that and it's #1, that's mad. That's crazy. That's telling you the type of psyop that we've been taken accustomed to. It's crazy. We're at a point where we don't even want to see sense. How are we ignoring sense? You guys see how I'm like pushing my forehead forward, like, because my edges is coming back. Ooh. Sense. Common sense. It's common sense that got me getting my edges back. It's common sense. The world is just full of common sense for you to apprehend to and to take on. But realistically, if you haven't, go and take in the Peterson album. Shout out Wolfgang. Shout out Sauce. I was gonna say SOS, but shout out Sauce. Shout out Destiny. You know what I mean? Yeah, and the rest of the fam, Sunstar, Papa Sunstar. Your prayer brought tears to my eyes. I'm not gonna lie. And Tory, your speech at the end brought a next tear. You know what I mean? I'm just thinking about the fact that, yo, this is my little bro. Not my blood bro, but my little brody, who from B-Town days pulled up to the stool and just had an authentic heart to really want to do this music thing. He just really wanted to do well. To the point he's like, yo, G, I need your sound. A lot of people need my sound, but Tory didn't really need my sound. Came up on the sound. He came up on the end, so he didn't really need me. But I think the hunger to have a professional head in his camp so early and so, like, that's why he hailed me. Long story short, I didn't join his branch of the team, even though I ended up working with every other brother. The point is, my youth is not that guy. He's not the guy to take out the bleezy and to start shooting it at women. If anything, it shows his heart to go in between two women and risk his life. Will it hurt anyone? Celebrity, non-celebrity, there's no such thing as like, oh, the bullet is not gonna hurt me because I'm me. Even police with their vests and soldiers get clipped. And Tory risked his life to help the my girl, she turn around and use the situation and throw him in the bin. And he even on the day don't snitch in court to the my girl who actually did the work, who held the bleezy. He knows it's her who took it up and whatever. He didn't snitch, and he should have. He really just should have. Too much people was counting on him in terms of bread and life and situation. The man took honor to the highest degree, and people in hip hop's trying to turn it around on him and trying to say this and that. Yo, taking this album, man, he really breaks it down. And I'm not even gonna critique it because, you know, to know that he didn't have the proper mic. I'm not gonna lie, some of the songs sound like he had a proper mic, so he might have been able to hide a mic 1-2 times for some of these songs, because some of them is sounding quality. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, the rest of them you can hear okay. This was done bandulu, but the engineers did their job to make sure we have enough clarity. I'm not gonna lie, they sent me the mix. I could have mastered it to even enhance a bit more the clarity, but it is what it is. It's done what it needs to do. I think it sounds cleaner off YouTube probably than off Tidal or whatever. SoundCloud, don't listen to it on SoundCloud. All right. Anyways, y'all, that's all I wanted to say. There's no reason we should be ignoring Tory's project. It's doing very well on the charts. It has a very, very interesting POV for those who've been, whether you've been rocking with his side or the other side. It's just an interesting project to take in, to hear the family, their point of view, to know this guy's not alone. He has brothers, he has sisters, he has kids, he has, you know, nephews. Like, he has a family. He's not just a man on his own, hungry just for attention. No, he has a family that he's really trying to feed. There's a reason why he's always trying to be in our face, to try and gain attention as an independent artist, where he knows he's not going to get that push from the beast, from the machine. He's going to have to position himself and then also pay the agencies like a label would to get these positions. I mean, he's paying out of pocket. So when he's in the bin for all these years, it's hard for him to feed his family, literally, like anybody else. And he's pointing directly to this complex in this album and explaining it and explaining some of the experiences that he's witnessed since he's been in the bin. As just a Canadian, fam, I'm trying to be in the States too, making money off of this thing. That could easily be me. Because I decided to come back from Atlanta, but I could have easily stayed. And when I was there, I had a couple run-ins with police. A couple of them, the first time was blessed. You know, actually, no, the first time was horrible. I was a black guy too. He was reaching for his piece just because I was trying to get my luggage, and he's trying to control traffic. He's like, hey, I'm like, my luggage, get back. He just started getting rank, and I was a young dude, my first time going to Atlanta anyways. I was like, why is this guy acting like this? I don't even think I was in Atlanta yet. I might have just been. Anyways, that's a story for another day. The point is, in the United States, as a Canadian, you could find yourself in this situation. Specifically as a black Canadian, specifically as a black rich Canadian, you can still find yourself in this situation. All right, not saying that Tory's an angel and that he's never done anything wrong, but he didn't do wrong in this situation, okay? So let's speak directly to this situation. He should be out. Free Tory till it's backwards. You already know, bro. Can't wait till you touch the road.